Well, let's talk about the things the movie does get right. I love the scene when Renard and Electra reunite. We see them for the first time together, and she's kind of cold.
So smooth. So warm.
How would you know?
Why are you like this? Because Bond is dead. It's what you wanted.
Of course it's what I wanted.
He was a good lover.
What do you think? I wouldn't feel anything?
I feel nothing.
Because he can't feel anything, he's kind of bland now. He can't make passionate love to her. He's like, you miss Bond, don't you? Like, his Bond gave it to you good, and then here I am, and whether he can get a hard on or not, he can't feel it.
Your father
My father was nothing.
And it's right before that we get a speech from Renard talking about how much he cares about Elektra and what he thinks of her, outside of the guise of being her psychopathic kidnapper.
I hope you're proud of what you did to her.
I'm afraid it is you who deserve credit. When I took her, she was promise itself. And you left her at the mercy of a man like me. You ruined her. For what? To get to me. She's worth 50 of me.
For once, I agree with you.
Yes. And now we also share a common fate. You will die, along with everyone in the city.
The speech that Renard delivers to M here is perfect. It's just as poetic as Elektra sending her dad a deadly $5 million. It's delivering to M the same fate that she handed to Renard when she had 009 try to kill him. They both know that their time is limited. And as we know from watching the whole movie, Renard is constantly referring to how he's going to die soon, and this just haunts him, especially because he thinks he's found the love of his life, who he's now willing to give everything for. It's a great bad guy scene for the two of them, and then it begs the question of, does she actually love him, or is he just another guy that she's manipulating? I think that's what's so interesting about Elektra, is that she starts out as this frail little thing. And so she ropes guys in with this good girl, victim, I need to be rescued display, and then she cuts their balls off. Renard kind of turns out to be something of a, what's the other movie where you think that somebody's...
For Your Eyes Only.
Is that what I'm thinking of?
Yeah,
Or am
because
I
For
thinking
Eyes
of
Only,
Bane?
you think that the good guy is going to be this other dude, and then it turns off to be he's actually the villain.
I might be thinking of Bane in Dark Knight Rises, where you think Bane is the main bad guy, and then... Renard and Bane are literally the same character. The central theme driving their character is pain, and they have this supposed super strength, even though Renard is kind of scrawny. Both appear to be the main villain, but they're really just the blunt instrument of a woman that they're secretly in love with, who cheats on them with the good guy, then reveals herself to be the bad guy to the good guy, and then tortures the good guy. And then for her sake goes on a suicide mission to destroy a city with a nuke.
Oh,
and,
yeah, I see what you're
and
saying.
remember, Talia ended up... Talia is based on Tracy Bond.
That's a good comparison. That is a good comparison, because, yeah, he thinks he's fallen in love with this girl, and then it turns out she's actually the daughter of the guy he sort of semi-killed.
My father.
And my father?
Yeah, like Renard ends up basically being a red herring. Like the whole movie is Renard, and then it turns out that even Renard is...
He's like he's the executioner of the master plan.
It's literally no different from Bane. Pause for a moment. So, after we had already recorded, our buddy K1 posted this comment, but it's kind of relevant, so I'm going to read it right now. It was the first Bond movie I saw in theaters, and I had no idea what was going on and did not like it for a long time. After revisiting the entire Bond franchise, this one became my second favorite of Brosnan's films. Renard is great and very menacing. I don't hate Christmas Jones like some people do, and the I don't know any doctor jokes line always kills me. Christopher Nolan ripped off this entire movie in Dark Knight Rises. The villain that can't feel pain, the lady that is the real villain, daddy issues, nuking a city. What a hack! So, good eye, K1. Anyway, unpause. I don't mean to drag Batman into this again, but Bane is the same thing. Bane is in love with Talia.
Bruce Wayne travels to Gotham really quickly, and the same in this movie. Bond goes to Kazakhstan to Air Jabani Bani, and
I'm going to redraw the map.
She's just this monster who's like, I have always had a power over men. And she does that obviously with her body, but more so by always playing the victim.
So now do you believe me?
And then revealing herself to be a mass manipulator. And then the whole plot of the movie is that she does that on a global scale, where she's going to convince everybody that she's a victim, even while she's literally ruling the world with the oil.
And when I'm through, the whole world will know my name. My grandfather's name, the glory of my people.
No one will believe this meltdown was an accident.
Ha! They will believe. They will all believe.
And that's where her relationship with Bond is perfect. What better bad guy is there than, I mean, other than having Alec Trevelyan, who's literally an equal but opposite so far as they're both double O's, but one's good and one's evil. This is Bond's greatest nemesis, is a woman who's really hot and irresistible. And Bond can't even put two and two together when he's around her, you know, and that, like, those are the things I care about. And then Christmas Jones, I care about Christmas Jones as much as I care about Mary Goodnight, which is to say that she's just a hot chick there to be in a bikini. But the real importance of the movie is the relationship between Bond and the bad guy.